just as we saw there.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's taken in at the 9. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing his Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tuck it and run. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go set lunch. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel good.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 34.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Wentz's pass.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at
the gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. This is Cullum. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Spawn.
On third down, Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. To return is Taylor. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Come on.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
The 38-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Saquon Barkley.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Made at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Stepping up, he's going to, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another point.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Loss of 9.
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Well, going deep here for Taylor. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 1-yard line.
So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
New Orleans.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Saints first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Being chased out left. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 20. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's Eckler again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
32-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense